Hello everyone. Today we will be knowing about several strategies of speaking English fluently. Learning how to speak fluent, confident and natural English is an achievable goal. And every English learner is different, but there are a number of easy ways by which we can improve in a reasonably short period of time our language skills. We can enhance them up to the advanced level, but we have to follow certain strategies, and these strategies we'll be discussing in our upcoming slides. First of all, some simple tips for extraordinary fluency. So, do you think that are some tips going to work for that? Definitely, they will. So, are you also looking for a shortcut English fluency method, or you may be thinking that we do have some tricks that will work within few minutes, within few hours, or within few days? That will not work there. But we have to practice, and practice it a lot. But still, we know what we have to practice and how we have to practice and when we have to practice. But we do have solid tips that will help you learn how to speak English fluently and even not giving much time to it. Here are some tips that we'll be discussing, and you can become an extraordinary fluent speaker, and your eloquency of speech will be enhanced by knowing all these tips. First of all, you need to imbibe English speaking skills. What are they? They can be acquired through training, and after training you'll get the experience and you will become able, and you'll grow, and you will develop your advanced learning skills. You'll gain the knowledge and you'll learn how to compete with others. And the more important thing what I suggest is you have to compete with yourself. You can prepare many videos, and you can compare your own performance, that how were you in the first video, is there any improvement in the upcoming video, or what. You can compare yourself, you can compete to your previous performance rather than competing it to others, because each and everyone has their separate goal in their life, and for which only we work, we practice, or we want to acquire them. Accordingly, we can put in certain efforts and we'll definitely be receiving the outputs for that. Now, there is no wonderful way or a shortcut by which overnight you can speak fluently. Still, there is a strategy, and by following that, you will definitely be receiving your desired goals which you wish to acquire as far as language or English speaking skills are concerned. So ultimately, if you have activities that you enjoy and that require you to speak English, your skills will definitely improve. And these are the life skills. They are required if you wish to survive in this life successfully. So English speaking skills are really very much essential. Once if you will acquire them, you will know the significance. First and the foremost thing is, don't be afraid that you'll commit a mistake. Try and try. You may fail, but still there is a guarantee you'll be a successful person if you try. If you can fail, again you have to try, and after failing, trying, but ultimately the goal is success that you will definitely attain. You may acquire some wrong steps also while speaking, but you need not to hesitate. You need not to afraid that okay, I'll commit an error, so now I am not going to speak, or I'll speak on that day when I'll become perfect. But that day will never come when you will become perfect and you'll start speaking fluently. Because once you have to start speaking, only then you can reach to that day when you'll become a fluent, perfect speaker. So the easier it gets, the faster the right words will come to your mind, the more you practice and remove the fear of mistakes. Because the one who will try, that person will only commit the mistakes. If you will not try, you'll never get failure, neither you will succeed. The second thing is memorize conversation starters and use them. There are certain phrases, sentences by which you can start in certain situations. You can already decide that if I am in this sort of situation, this will be the starting sentence, or this will be the starter that I am going to use. Once if you are well aware of these starters of the conversation, once if you have them, practice them, memorize them, then definitely you'll feel yourself confident even if you are in a critical condition, or even if you are in a party, even if you are among your friends which are studying in a extraordinary college, but still you can gain confidence once if you practice, if you know the tips, if you know the tactics of speaking English fluently. So the second thing is you need to memorize certain starters. You need to know that in which condition what will you speak, and in which condition what you have not to, what you are not supposed to speak. So now in the next slide, you'll learn and study some phrases that is really very much well. You need to study certain phrases, and by any chance, if you know almost 900 to 1000 words, you might not be able to say one correct sentence. But if you know one phrase, you can make 100 of correct sentences. And how you are going to do that, we will be knowing in the upcoming slides. So the more significant and important thing is you should know the phrases, and by knowing those phrases you can use them and you can create an impact, and you can become an effective speaker, and you'll never commit any error once you know the phrases and where to use them perfectly. So this is the best way of speaking in different types of situations. So you can see here, what are phrases? Phrases are a group of words that stand together as a single grammatical unit. So does not contain a subject and a verb. So you can see here, a phrase is a when certain group of words stand together, they create some sense, and if they have become a grammatical unit, they are phrases. They convey certain message even if they are not a full sentence. So rather than knowing the sentences structures, prior to that you can start on with phrases that are such as four hostile newspapers. So this is a noun phrase, you can see here. Another one is an adverbial phrase, an army marches on its stomach. So England is a nation of shopkeepers. This is adjectival phrase. So various types of phrases are available, although you may not be knowing what sort of phrase, and there is no requirement of segregating them into the different types of phrases. In spite of that, you can know which phrase can be spoken in which condition. So just see here, everyday English phrases today. Some phrases we'll be practicing so that you may know that what sort of phrases are they and in what conditions we can use them. Is there any help if once we know certain phrases and expressions? So rather than knowing the full sentences, you can know certain phrases at high speed, at risk, at one side, at a fraction of, and you can see the list is long. At a glance, at a guess, at a lose, and at a loss, at a low ebb, at a price. Now, in the another one, what will you see? The out is written and various phrases are framed out of that, out of fashion. You know that. That when something is not in vogue, you will say it is out of fashion, out of print, out of step, out of breath. That means something out of context, out of control. That means when you are not having any control on something, or when you are not having that thing in fashion, or the print is outdated, at that time you can use these words. So you can see the significance and importance of these phrases. Once if you know how to frame them, you can make many words. You can add on various words to convey your ideas, your emotions, your expressions. Another one is in time, in demand, in of focus, in an uproar, in answer to, in anticipation of. So you can see the list is long. You can see practice, and after practicing certain phrases and expressions, you'll find that now you have become confident that you're not going to commit any error. Whatever the phrases you have learned, they will portray certain emotions, certain expression in a well exhibit way. You can exhibit your emotions in a perfect way, by chance, by the name of, by luck, by accident, by air, by sea, by land, by all accounts. You see, by all means. So these are all the words that are start phrases that are starting from by, and now one more list is starting the phrases from home. So I will be showing certain techniques of learning or speaking English well within few days. So after acquiring those techniques, you definitely feel yourself confident. And after knowing those techniques, following them and practicing, you'll find that okay, little bit confidence you have gained, and later on what we have to do, we'll be continuously discussing in the upcoming videos. The next one is on watch, on schedule, on the record, on the road, on oath, on pain of, and you can see on a small scale, on a large scale, these words you may have heard, on the dot, on account of. So some words you may have heard, some may be new for you, so you need to practice all these phrases so that you can project certain emotions, expression in a perfect way, and there is no chances of committing any error. Now, next point is talk yourself through processes. How can you do that? You can, whenever I prepare the students for speaking, I do provide them certain process to describe, so that once if they know how to describe that process, the vocabulary pertaining to that will be gained by them, and they'll be able to express that particular process. So here you can see, peel the garlic, dice the garlic, peel the onion, slice the onion. So if by any chance you have to peel something, you can say like this. If you have to dice something, make small pieces, you can say like that. If again peeling and slicing, the same thing can be spoken. And suppose if you have learned the process of cooking, at that time you'll be knowing many words, many structures, many phrases related to that particular process. So what important and significant point is, you can talk through processes. Once you decide that today I'm going to prepare for a cooking process, again the next day you can talk about certain memory, you can talk about your health exercises, you can talk about your vacations, how you have spent your vacations, or many other things. Suppose if you have seen an accident, so you can talk through processes, and you will learn that in each and every process you have learned certain structures that are particularly meant for that particular process. So each and everything is projected through different words, different structures. They are to be learned through different processes. Now, the one more important and significant thing is learn from everyone. Whosoever you think can be any help, any guidance for you, be a patient listener. Always listen to everyone perfectly and then try to learn immediately and imbibe it and inculcate it and transform your colloquial vocabulary, colloquial language, whatever new you find in someone's speech or in someone's way of speaking. You can immediately take those things, learn those things, and transform your own colloquial vocabulary or your own speaking or your style or your own language communication skills. You can immediately transform them. You can immediately substitute them with your old obsolete way of expressing your ideas. If by any chance you are not able to speak or pronounce any word, there are various places you can search on Google. You can find, you can always explore a dictionary. That is the best way. If by any chance you have developed, inculcated the habit of going to the dictionary each day for certain words, definitely you'll be enhancing your language within few days. This is the best habit that you can develop within yourself. So you have to learn from everyone, but immediately that thing has to be inculcated, imbibed, and transformed and substituted in the language the way you convey. That has to be substituted immediately after knowing or learning. Another way is identify words, phrases which you repeat frequently. So this is the best way. First of all, assess yourself. What are the words every day? What are the phrases that you repeat frequently? Again and again, if you speak in the same way, same method, nobody is going to listen and your way of communication may not be effective. If you really wish to acquire an effective way of speaking, you need to avoid using some common phrases that you may be using. Everyone, even I may also be having certain phrases, certain words that are my pet words. In each sentence, in each dialogue, you may find them. I think that these are, everyone has their own pet way of speaking, expressing, and elaborating the ideas. So now you can substitute them in another way as well, such as I believe that, I am convinced that, I trust that, I reckon that, and the list can be continued and you can imbibe, you can know. Not only knowing is sufficient, you have to use them. Suppose when you are asked to speak, you are only saying the one phrase, I think that. Then there is no use of knowing all these 4 other phrases that you may have learned by watching this video right now, that I believe that. After watching now, immediately what you have to do is, you will speak on, in spite of speaking, I think that, I believe that, I am convinced, I trust, I reckon. All these words, phrases, as they are to be included in your speaking style, included in your everyday conversation. So adjectives also, what are adjectives? They describe the noun. They describe the quality of a noun. So verbs and noun, these are all things, or if you are using them, so if you are using some common adjectives, some common verbs, some common nouns, you can always substitute them. You can know which one is the best one And not only the best one, which you are in habit of using, now you have to substitute them with some other words that are waiting to be included in your dictionary, in your vocal dictionary, in your colloquial dictionary, in your way of speaking, or in your style of speaking. So the next slide, what I already said to you, is substitute them. First, know some new words, new phrases, and the second step is that is really very much important, is substitute them. So there is only one reliable indicator of the time when you should start substituting some word. When? Immediately after knowing certain word and exploring it on the dictionary, in the dictionary. Now the second thing is, try how you can include them in your vocal language. First, know the deeper meaning, the various uses of that particular word, then only include them in your speaking style, because each and every word has their own way of their uses are different. So you should know the meaning, and after that where to use them. So avoid always repeated words and phrases. There are new opportunities always waiting for you. So never use the same word, similar word again and again in your speaking, in your writing, in the way of expression. Always find some suitable new words and substitute them. Another slide says that explore the words. This is your duty. If you are willing to acquire good level of language, now you have to explore certain words each day. You have to find them, you have to replace them, you have to substitute them in your common ordinary language that you may be speaking each day. This is your duty. Once if you have decided that yes, I want to speak fluent English, I want to impress, I want to enhance or advance the level of my language, my expression, then it becomes your first duty to explore the words, enhance your vocabulary, and imbibe them, inculcate them, and substitute them in your common language, ordinary language that you will be speaking every day. So you can see here certain words. For instance, I have provided to you like abhor, that means find repugnant, and eloquent, expressing yourself readily, clearly, effectively, empathy, understanding, and entering into another's feeling. So they are very good words. We may not be in habit of using them. So make it a habit. Always you try new clothes to wear. You may not be wearing the same clothes each day, each year. You will love to buy new clothes for your body. You will love to explore the new designs and fashions that are available in the market, and you would like to try them. The same should be the case with new vocabulary words, because your brain also needs a supplement. Your brain cells do require certain new words, they wait for them. So always provide nourishment to your brain cells and learn and explore certain words. This is a very good habit, creative habit, and once if you'll try it, you'll definitely thank me that yeah, this habit is really very good. And even you may crave to find more words that are new, you haven't heard them earlier. You will crave for those sort of words. So once if you will develop this sort of habit in yourself, you will love to learn and enhance the level of your language. So another thing is, you can see this person is reading grammar too much. That is not necessary. That is not essential. In spite of reading grammatical structures and knowing these grammar, present tense, past tense, future tense, simple present, past present, simple present tense, simple past tense, simple future, past perfect. So rather than becoming confused, rather than confusing yourself, what you can do, you can practice certain situations, such as if you are elaborating your past memory, definitely you'll use the past tense. Rather than knowing and working and learning those structures, that second form of verb and the third form of verb with has, have, had. Rather than knowing these structures and learning them, you should know how to implement that. In which condition, which tense. According to the conditions, according to the processes, you can know what type of tenses and grammatical structures are to be used. So you can enhance your fluency and you can become more capable in communicating others in an effective way. Another slide says that use it or lose it. This is a very important and significant factor. If you will not use it, you will definitely lose it. That means whatever the new words you have learned, it is your duty to imbibe, to inculcate, to use those new words, new structures, new phrases, new sentences in your day-to-day speaking. So that once if you use them, you will never forget them, whether they are new phrases, whether they are new structures, whether they are new expressions, whether they are types of ideas or synonyms, antonyms, or whatever they can be, one word substitution, and many other forms through which you can enhance the level of your language. So they should always stay in your memory. Along with that, they are to be used effectively, instantly, immediately, whenever they are required to be used in your colloquial language. So thank you. In the upcoming video, we will be discussing about some more steps, some more strategies of enhancing the level of our language